Hello and welcome to Forever Rugby on Forever Sports. And the Pumas, the 2022 Currie Cup champions, have booked their spot in the 2023 Currie Cup final, beating the Sharks 26 points to 20 down in Durban. What a result for Jimmy Stonehouse and his men. And I tell you what, this Pumas team could genuinely go all the way. The defensive performance, especially in that last sort of 5 minutes where they had to defend about 30 odd phases from the Sharks, was brilliant, absolutely brilliant, and shows you how much desire that they've got to try and win this tournament for a second time, and maybe sort of make SA Rugby kind of wake up and take them a bit more seriously, which is what sort of Jimmy Stonehouse has speculated in the past that they just haven't. Before we break the game down, please do smash a like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. It was an interesting start. Corner 3 went over in the first minute after the Pumas. I think they started like a house on fire. The Sharks gained the kickoff. Pumas counter-ruck, turnover ball, and corner 3 bounce. Just picked up the ball as it sort of squirted outside of a ruck and straight over from him. Tends to be adding the extra 2. Lionel Currie then missed an opportunity for 3 points in the 9th minute. Simon Raw then going over for a second try in the 13th minute to put Pumas well ahead. However, the Sharks did make a bit of a comeback. Lionel Currie, with the 3 points, Corner Raw with a try, and to sort of start bringing the game a bit closer. But at the end of the day, sort of at half time, it was 19 points to 17, 2-point game. Pumas had the lead, but the Sharks definitely had the momentum. Etienne Taylor got a yellow card in the 46th minute. You kind of felt that could have been a turning point, except that Henko Fenter then himself also got carded in the 51st minute. And I think everything probably, I think the big deciding factor was probably that Alvaro Vasaki red card in the 64th minute. And, that try, you look back at the game and you think the intercept try from by Andrew Cotter, probably a big moment in the game, for example. That second try from PJ Jacobs, probably, the final sort of nail in the coffin. But it's a frustrating performance from the Sharks, and I think the Sharks fans will feel that they were in that match, but you've got to give it to the Pumas for that defensive effort. It was absolutely gigantic. 129 of 140 tackles made, 92% tackle success rate. They only had 40% of possession of the Pumas and 40% territory. They had to defend all game. The Sharks had a lot of momentum, and yet, the Pumas just held on really. And I think the biggest thing for the Sharks is they kind of lacked a bit of variation on attack, and that cost them in the end. And they went for 30 phases where it was just pick up and go, sort of the same thing over and over again, with nothing really changing and nothing really sort of trying to do something a bit different to find a way into over the try line. And that was the difference. Whereas the Pumas were very good when they had the opportunities, they took it. And that's all you need to do. It's play of rugby at the end of the day. So it wasn't a particularly entertaining game. And in fact, a lot of kicks in it. I mean, I think if you go look at kicks in hand over here, you'll find it was 44 kicks in hand from the Sharks, 38 from the Pumas. So well over 80 kicks in the match, which is a lot. And I think the Sharks tactically it didn't really make sense. They kept continuously hammering away at this kicking game that they committed to, and just weren't getting any territory results from it. Tends to be kicked far better than they did, and I think that was probably one of the large differences in the teams. If you look at individual performances, I thought Quanda Damaza was brilliant for the Pumas. 9 carries, 8 tackles from him. Francois Clements, before he was replaced, made 15 tackles, not missing a single one, and a turnover 1. Massive for them to make sure that the injury that he went off with isn't too serious. PJ Jacobs with 2 tries, Corner 3 with a try, as well as Simon Raw. So it was a pretty good front row performance from the Cheetahs. I thought that David Williams once again had a superb game, as did Tennis De Beer. For the Sharks, I think Lionel Currie tried hard. Navaldo Flores wasn't bad. Henko Fenter had a pretty good game. He made 14 carries. But apart from that, I think just not enough players really sort of standing up. Maybe paying the price for not bringing in a couple of better players, but credit to the Sharks because they committed themselves to a Currie Cup squad, and Joey Mangala, was loyal to the players that had served him well over the season. Maybe that was, cost them in the end, but at the end of the day, if you're going to commit to that approach, commit to it, and you can't fault them for doing that. For the Pumas, do they dare to dream? Can they go back-to-back Currie Cup? If they had lost, it would have been a definite new winner, but we could have back-to-back champions. They'll travel to Bloemfontein next week to take on the Cheetahs. Let me know down in the comments below. Do you think they can win it, or is this the Cheetahs tournament to lose? Smash like the video, subscribe to the channel as well, and I'll see you guys all very soon.